Gaffney with Vintage and Modern. I'm here in the Hope for Designers showcase. 7 of the top interior decorators in America have done vignettes with the theme of combating depression. I spoke to each designer and talked to them about their views of interpreting depression. Tell me about your beautiful vision for the stunning room.
This year, our approach was to just try to do a room that we would actually do for a client.
What about the Florida design component? How was that inspiring when you decided to do the room?
Yeah, we always like to keep it light and airy and always throw in a little glamour, and like the Venetian mirror and
the lacquered walls just to reflect the light.
I like that, and I like the mirror components as well.
yeah, we felt that the mirror gave an extra glamour. Also, too, John, this is Italian, right?
Yeah, it's Italian blown. Actually, we thought it was a fun mix with rather doing seashells or coral to do the blown twigs, which is kind of fun.
A lot of your clients are big art collectors. Tell me about how you applied so many artistic components throughout the room, especially, the artist Leylon.
One of our clients is a big collector, so that's how we really first learned about Leylon. She has probably 20 pieces of furniture and of course the sheep, and that was where we got the idea to kind of do this theme and kind of an homage to Leylon.
Jim and John, you captured that serenity in this room, and I want to thank you for sharing all these beautiful elements that you have.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm here with Suzanne Gutfreund of New York, who created this beautiful room titled Morning Room, which is the perfect room for Palm Beach, and it's so inviting.
Thank you.
Susan, tell me about this wonderful mix of fabrics that you used to create this Florida morning room.
The fabric is a wonderful fabric called Gandhi from Limanac in France. And I love it for the vibrance of the color and the birds, and it inspired me to do a colorful room for Palm Beach. And as you can see, it's obviously very Indian in inspiration. And I just think he did a beautiful job. And it was so sweet of him to contribute. And everyone in this room has been so wonderful. We used Valerio, who gave us this extraordinary guard table and chairs, Cocoa House, the vintage bamboo chairs. Everywhere I look, Mallets, who contributed this extraordinary lantern, as well as a Jamaican specimen table and beautiful cloisonné birds.
Susan, I love that you featured the designers that are here participating in the Palm Beach Jewelry Art and Antiques show. Tell me about this magnificent table by Jean-Michel Franck.
It's a pair of wonderful tables by Franck. They're so simple, and yet that is something I like doing. It's like having a sable-lined raincoat. In other words, many people might pass by and just think they're ordinary, but if you happen to like Franck in that period, you recognize them.
Well, Susan, thank you for sharing this room with us at Vintage and Modern. I'm here with Polly Onet and Bronson Van Wyck, who created this magical room called Lunch with the Impressionist. And it is truly magical. Everywhere I look, stunning flowers. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at this Chinese export china with every detail, all the way down to the vintage menu that you have. Polly, tell me about this magical creation here.
Bronson loves walled gardens, and those are his favorites. And so we wanted to do a walled garden, and you can imagine he just loves green and all the ferns and the boxwood, and we just wanted to create something that was a bit historical too, and Bronson's obviously a history buff, as we all know, and so a lot of thought went into kind of creating an old French garden because we wanted to use a lot of the furniture from the dealers that are here. So we kind of went with this French theme, and then I thought, well, it would be fun to do the Impressionists. So it's lunch with the Impressionists.
Well, I'm ready to dine here with you at the Lunch with Impressionists anytime. It's been a pure delight.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for this beautiful work. Hi, Miller Gaffney here for Vintage and Modern. I'm in Bunny Williams' room that she entitled Paradiso. I'm looking at a statue by Cedric Dupont that he provided, one of the dealers here at the Palm Beach Art and Antique Show. Stunning Venetian mirrors and beautiful chigné fabric provided by Scalamandre. This room is perfect Paradiso in beautiful jewel tones, and right centered flank in the middle is a Wolf Kahn painting titled Florida Sunset, which is the perfect centerpiece for the room, and flanked on either side is palm trees provided by John Rosselli. In the middle, she has a beautiful table provided by Lee Colicchio, and then all the fabrics provided by Beeline Home. It's the perfect Paradiso room for the Palm Beach Art and Antique Show. Scott, tell me about this stunning malachite room.
Well, I was in Russia, in Moscow, over Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. And I'd been in St. Petersburg 20 years ago, and malachite is one of the precious stones of Russia. And in seeing in some of the museums the malachite furniture, I came back to the US and I realized I need to design a fabric in malachite, so I did. And knowing that I had this vignette coming up, I thought, let's promote it. One of my favorite colors, besides blue and aqua, is green, and any shade of green. And all shades of green, especially in nature, go together.
Well, I love the paintings that you picked. This kind of has a Monet Impressionist feel here by Pace. And I love the Wolf Kahn paintings that you chose.
Fantastic.
He is so talented.
Yeah, I really do appreciate the modernism that it brings to the space. And when you look at the French Empire fireplace next to the French bibliothèque and the French center table, it's such a great way to bring us into the 20th century, the 21st century, because it's 20th century art for the most part. But it is a way to really bring us into a sense of modernism, and it makes me feel a little bit more youthful.
Well, this is absolute perfection,
Thank
Scott.
you.
I wouldn't change one detail. I want to live
Thank
in this
you.
room with you. Hi, I'm here with Campion Platt, Miller Gaffney of Vintage and Modern. Campion, you did this beautiful room for the Hope for Designers Showcase, which features the Hope for Depression Research Foundation. Tell me about your vision for the Optimist Bachelor's Den.
Well, it's actually, the operable word is optimist, right? Because when you're depressed, that's the bad side of life, and when you're an optimist, that's the good side of life. So in creating the Bachelor's Den here, I thought about, well, what do most men, fantasize about? And it's women.
What else?
Right. So how do you bring that into a designer? We've got beautiful furniture, some Art Deco furniture, and beautiful art here. And so I was inspired by some of the art that I saw, and by the kind of shiny surfaces of the furniture, trying to make this, kind of a sexy man's den area. And the artwork is really what is kind of signature piece at the end.
I like that, but you have such a relaxed sense of elegance here.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, it's very comfortable.
Are you going to come tonight and have a drink later on?
I am, but I'm coming for the strawberries and champagne on that amazing table.
Right, so that's the kind of final point of when somebody comes in the room, it's nicely designed, it's elegant furniture, it's beautiful art. But then they start to see a little bit of the kind of soft porn images, and then they see the champagne, then they see the strawberries and the whipped cream, and I think that brings the whole image together.
I like it. I'm here with William C. Cord of William C. Cord Gallery in New York City, who is Bruce Bierman is featuring your wonderful dog paintings from the 19th century. Tell me about these paintings, Bill.
Well, Bruce wanted to do a dog theme, and I have a gallery that specializes only in 19th and early 20th century paintings of dogs. So over the last 25 years, I've become known as Dog Bill, so he came to the right person.
Clearly.
Yeah. The heyday for 19th century dog paintings is sort of 1850, 1870, 1880, and all of our paintings behind us were done during that period. It's mostly an English thing, but some American, Dutch, Flemish, but the most spectacular one is by Bernard de Gempt of A Mother with Puppies, and that's the big one. It's Dutch, it's right behind us.
How touching.
It's pretty spectacular.
You know, there are a lot of designers here who have done wonderfully beautiful vignettes. I wanted people to come away with something a little more. So last year, we did a women's dressing room, and Saks Fifth Avenue donated 100 pair of women's shoes to the vignette. So this year, we decided diamonds and dogs. And we've been fortunate enough to have Peggy Adams Animal Rescue here in West Palm Beach are working with us, and we have a few adoptable dogs here, and then we have some diamonds from Marina Bee and also Eye of the Needle in Palm Beach. So we're getting a lot of nice laughs and smiles from people coming through the vignette.
I love that. You know what? You cannot leave your booth without a smile on your face.
Thank you, thank you. I'm glad for that. I think that's what it's all about. You've got to have a sense of humor.